The newborn pterosaur is trying to stand up, but it clumsily falls down. Don't be fooled by its 12-inch height. In just a few years, it'll grow into a giant with a 9-meter wingspan, even strong enough to challenge a T-Rex. However, this little island is extremely barren. It doesn't have enough food to offer, so just a few hours after being born, the young pterosaur has to find a way to survive. Flying away is its only way out. The young pterosaur begins its very first flight, even though it's a natural skill. When it lands, its face hits the ground hard. The young pterosaur needs a lot of practice to make it work, but the goal isn't that high. As long as it can fly across the swamp to the forest on the other side, that's already a success. There are many other hatchlings on the island too. They all have to fly over that swampy lake. Today the wind speed is just right. Finally one of them can't hold it anymore. It kicks off hard with its legs, and successfully takes off. At first it flies pretty steady, but it's still not strong enough. Soon something goes wrong. The young pterosaur flies lower and lower, until it falls straight into the water. Luckily, it's got decent swimming skills. It quickly starts swimming toward the shore. Suddenly, something grabs it and drags it underwater. It's a desert crocodile that lives in the swamp. They can grow up to 17 feet long, and they're terrifying predators. This pond is their territory. Once you fall in, there's no way out. But the young pterosaur keeps trying to take off. They don't feel fear, because staying on the island is just as deadly. Only by flying across successfully can they have a chance to survive. But this one flies too low, and gets caught by a crocodile in the water. The scene is brutal. Another one doesn't do much better. It also falls into the water, and soon gets taken by a desert crocodile. But some hatchlings perform better. They fly over the lake's surface, and land safely in the forest. The test flights keep going, because the island is no longer safe. The desert crocodiles have tasted pterosaur meat, and they're coming on land to hunt. They think waiting in the water is too slow. Any hatchling that can't fly will end up as their meal sooner or later. The young pterosaur is in a panic. At the edge of life and death, it digs deep into its potential. It tries to fly straight to the other side. The idea sounds great, but it just doesn't have the strength. Eventually it falls into the water again. Luckily, it's close to the shore. The young pterosaur swims desperately toward land, while the crocodile behind it keeps getting closer. One small mistake, and it could be swallowed whole. Even though the hatchling finally climbs onto the shore, it's already completely exhausted. The desert crocodile is right behind. The young pterosaur is scared out of its mind. Thankfully crocodiles can't fly. They can't stop the pterosaur from escaping. In the end, the young pterosaur is lucky enough to survive, and reaching the forest comes with great rewards. There's plenty of food here, enough for the pterosaur to grow up and become an adult.